Okay, so, ladies, gentlemen, multi-sex, undecided or robot.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
For years now, I've been trying to convince Ben to give it a go.
And my answer has always been no.
But now, finally, he's agreed not only to watch it with me, but to do a podcast about it as well. And quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello, we're back.
It's us again, your two faves. Well, probably not, but two people that you tolerate listening to. We've just watched The Long Game, which is widely regarded as the weakest episode in Series 1. I don't know what you thought, Ben, having watched it now for the first time.
What a slog.
Oh, okay, so you didn't enjoy it.
It was alright. It was a slog.
Yeah, but did you enjoy it more than other episodes like Aliens of London, which you hated?
Yeah. They're all blurring in together.
I'd like to just remind you that the last episode, Dalek, you actually came off it and you said, actually, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful episode.
It was a wonderful episode.
Yeah.
And I quoted it.
Yeah, oh my God, we have to mention this.
I nearly quoted it anyway. I stopped myself.
Do you want to tell the story?
So I was at work and I was asking someone who has arthritis in their ankles and if they were okay because they were hobbling a little bit. And she said, "Oh, when I get home, I've just got to elevate. And I was like, I would sound like a Dalek.
Yeah. The fact that Ben is now, his mind is leaping to Doctor Who references is just fills me with so much pleasure. I said something to you this morning and you missed something about porridge. I was going to have porridge for breakfast. You misheard me and you thought I said moisturise me.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
Yeah, a little bit. So, wasn't the absolute worst for you, but it wasn't your favourite by any stretch.
It was watchable.
It was watchable, yeah.
There was one character in particular.
Adam?
Full-blown knob. He's a moronic moron. And also, he's a fucking gobshite.
He is.
He's like, runs off his mouth and he's like, take me with you.
Yeah.
I don't know, he's irritating.
Yeah, no, he is. His acting style is really annoying.
Yeah.
And he's a bit whiny.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think he's used to getting his way and used to getting his, like...
Remember he said in the last episode, he was like a boy genius, basically.
Yeah.
He probably has had everything handed to him on a plate.
Yeah. Fucking knob.
But the whole point of him in this story is, I think, to show what a companion should not be and how Rose is better suited to it.
Yes, I can understand that. I didn't think of that, but I can understand that.
Yeah, so it's like, not everyone is cut out to be a companion.
Yeah.
And much as I think a lot of fans who watch the show would like to think of themselves as companion material, to be honest, we'd probably all be a bit more like Adam. Maybe not the dodgy, like, trying to take the information back in time, but but the stuff like where he just like he fainted and couldn't cope with it and stuff like that, like I think we'd probably all be a bit like that if we actually did it.
I don't think I would.
Oh, right. Would you be a Rose?
I think I'd be a Rose because I'm inquisitive.
Okay.
I ask a lot of questions.
You do, and that's good.
And I'm observant.
Yeah. I still don't know how you'd cope with going to the year 200,000 and seeing a space.
Mentally, probably would not very well.
No.
But I've got the skills.
Yeah.
To be a good companion.
Okay. What skills would make you a good companion?
Inquisitive.
Yeah.
Like problem solving.
Okay.
Like following direction.
I don't know about that. I think you always think you know best and you like to do your own thing.
Excuse me. I follow direction very well, actually.
Okay. You'd listen to the doctor then?
Listen to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, actually, the role of a companion is not necessarily to always just blindly agree with the doctor. Like, sometimes
it's there.
They challenge the doctor.
Yeah, soundboard of ideas.
Yeah, sometimes they can be like, actually, doctor, and he can then see it from a different point of view. Did you see a brief cameo return from our old friend from episode 2?
Face of Bob.
The face of Bo.
Oh
my God, the face of Bob.
And he's pregnant.
He's pregnant.
In this episode. Again, apparently the doctor said.
What do you mean again?
The doctor said again.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Did he say again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. I wonder what the little baby face of Bose would look like.
I think the face of Bo is actually just the head of a larger creature that is being preserved, and like in a like those where they are human heads in jars.
Yeah,
that type of thing.
Okay.
But like he can stay alive through like a chip or something.
Okay. I don't know if you've had enough of a close look at him, but do you know he's got like those balls like hanging down by the side of his head?
No.
Oh, so if you look at a picture, he's got like. So I'm showing Ben a picture now. You see the balls hanging down?
They're the babies.
That's what I think. I think the babies grow out of the balls. I'm surprised.
Is it an aquatic animal?
What, the face of Bo?
Yeah.
I don't think there's liquid in there. I think it's sort of gases and smoke and, gases to keep him going, yeah. Okay. But yeah, do you find the face of Bo interesting?
Not really.
Really? You do. You mentioned in episode 2, you were like, the Jarhead. I hope we see him again.
Yeah, we saw him again, and it was like a bit anticlimactic, something like that.
No, that was a little tiny reappearance, but he will have some more significant appearances.
Yeah. We saw an alien today.
You saw an alien. Who did you see? Oh, the Jagrafess.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be the face of Bo.
You thought the face of Bo was going to be the villain?
Evil, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I think the face of Bo is a king.
A king.
A king. Or emperor of a world.
He's certainly got a very mystical quality about him.
Yeah.
But by the way, sorry, I forgot to just mention, did you see what channel the face of Bo being pregnant was being reported on?
5?
No.
1?
No, the Bad Wolf channel. Did you miss that?
Oh no, I did hear Bad Wolf, I didn't hear that bit, I didn't hear channel.
Yeah, over on the Bad Wolf channel.
I thought she was calling the face of Bo the Bad Wolf.
No. That was the name of the broadcasting network. It is
the master.
It's just another reference.
It's the master.
You think the Bad Wolf is the master? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The master of the Bad Wolf.
I can neither confirm nor deny at the moment. Okay, what else to talk about? When they went into the room near the beginning when she was doing the news thing and the info spike.
Yes.
She sort of introduced herself to the group and she said, ladies, gentlemen, multi-sex, undecided or robot. Like that, I think that was put in as like a futuristic thing, like there are more genders and more sort of ways of being, but actually it was quite ahead of its time for 2005.
Yeah, 100%.
Like undecided, like we don't use that term because it sounds a bit.
I think actually going off this, wouldn't it be a very different world if like actually we don't assign children, like they literally go down as undecided. Like D for undecided or something like that.
What were you?
Or you. Oh. Why does they say D?
You've just got D on the mind, obviously.
No, I don't.
No, I think, to be honest, that would be a really good way for the world to be. I don't think we're going to have that anytime soon.
We won't see it in our lifetime.
Yeah, because people are obsessed with what genitals people have, and that determines who they are as a person, apparently.
I think it comes down to people not understanding, like, separating between sex and gender.
It's a very thorny sort of issue.
And so, like, we are not a political podcast.
No, but we try to be nice people, and I think...
Yeah, and we believe in trans rights.
Exactly, yeah, because especially when you look at a group like trans people who are so marginalised and like unfairly treated... Like, just be nice at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, people deserve to live their lives without being attacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I felt like that was quite ahead of its time for you.
Yeah, I think it was actually, this is where I see the world going.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
This is where the world should go, he says.
Yeah.
In his writing.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Stephen says to me the other day that the writing changes. And we were talking, I don't know how we got onto it, but you were saying, we booked ticket to go see The Unfriend.
Oh, yeah, so we booked to go and see Stephen Moffat's play in the West End called The Unfriend.
And then Stephen said, like, Stephen Moffat and Russell T Davies, they're very different.
Yeah, I think what I said is that Russell T Davies, you can tell he comes from a drama background where it's all about character and motivation and heart and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Stephen Moffat comes from more of a sitcom background.
What has he written? Sitcom.
So, Oh, now you're asking. I think something called Press Gang. I don't know if that was a sitcom.
Okay.
He did a school sitcom called Chalk, and Coupling. That was a sitcom, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen any of those.
He wrote that.
I've never seen any.
No, I've watched a bit of Chalk and it wasn't very good, but
Okay.
but no, the point is he comes from a sitcom background, and I think you can tell that because his writing seems more interested in witty dialogue, like a bit sort of Joss Whedon-esque, like Buffy.
Oh, okay.
But not as good.
Like one-liners.
Yeah, and like trying to be funny. Not to say that he's not a good writer, because he is clearly. But he's a very different sort of writer.
Writing is very subjective.
It is,
and
yeah.
It's fair to say, like, some of his writing you like, some of his writing you don't like.
Yeah, so, exactly. To be honest, I enjoy Stephen Moffat's episodes that are within the Russell T Davies era, where he's written standalone episodes.
Yeah.
I enjoy those more because they're kind of you only get one a series, so it's kind of, whereas when Stephen Moffat takes over and he's writing a lot more episodes, it's a lot more relentless. Like every episode is like that, you know. What you were trying to say something. You were saying that you can't wait for the writing to change.
Yeah, because I want to see it.
You want to see the different styles.
I'm not promising that, but I don't know if we'll get that far. But we may do, we may not do.
We'll have to play it by ear, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but like, I've heard lots of mixed things. Like, ever since I've known Stephen, you always rave about how much you love Russell T Davies era.
Yeah.
And then I hear some moans about Stephen Moffat, and then I hear so much complaining about this other person.
Chris Chibnall. Yeah. See, I don't know. Honestly, if I'm really honest, I don't know how much of it is to do with my life experience and like the age that I was. I was 12 when Russell's era started, and I was 18, I think, when it finished.
Yeah.
So those were formative years where Doctor Who, I was probably in just the right sort of age to be really into Doctor Who. And then Moffat's era came along, and I really enjoyed Moffat's first series. And then ever since then, I felt like it kind of went downhill. But that could just be, maybe I was growing to a point where I wasn't as interested in Doctor Who.
I don't think that. But
the thing is, I still watch these back and love them. But that's nostalgia apart from anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it should be fairly obvious to anyone listening that I consider myself primarily a fan of the Russell T Davies era. And the fact that he's now coming back for his second era next year it fills me with excitement, but it also fills me with nerves in case it's not as good or something, you know.
You've just got to wait and see.
We just got to wait and see. But I have faith. I have faith in Russell. I like his dramas as well that he's done. So I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
One thing that is a bit jarring in this episode is I suppose you can't really help it, but it's very 2000s fashion. Everyone's still wearing like very 2000s fashion. I suppose
set in that time.
Huh?
They're set in that time. They come from that time.
What do you mean?
Rose comes from that time.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the people on Satellite 5, like the other extras in the background.
Oh, yeah, but fashion circulates. So.
Oh, it does. So I guess maybe they're in 2000s Vogue. 2000s are in Vogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is funny though, looking back at it now, because I think when you're in a moment, like when they were in the 2000s making this, you don't really see your culture as being a thing.
Yeah.
And then you look back on it and you can see that it was very much a thing.
See,
like the spiky hair. And, yeah.
100%. Like I remember going to school having spiky hair a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I've always had this image of like how I think fashion might go.
Yeah.
And I thought it's going to go to the like we're going to wear collars that are holograms.
Really?
And like so your body like is covered by a hologram and you can change it at a drop of a hat. Oh,
okay, like holographic clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if it malfunctions and you just are naked?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that way. This was a weird idea that I had.
Okay. Simon Pegg.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't place him for ages.
Yeah, no, it's Simon Pegg.
I just feel like he's a bit samey.
You feel he's the same in everything?
Well, not everything. So we've
been watching Black Books. Re-watching it, yes.
Yeah, and so we watched the episode where he's in it.
Yeah.
And that character seemed...
You found them similar? Okay.
Yeah, like manic and...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt a bit like, I don't know. But what came first? That's the question.
I think they were made around the same time. Probably Black Books slightly earlier.
Okay.
talking of black books, of course, Tamsin Greig appears in this episode.
Oh yeah, Tamsin.
Yeah, love her.
I love her.
And I thought this was a delightful little cameo for her.
Yeah.
She almost feels wasted, actually. Like, she could have been a much better part in Doctor Who.
She should have been a companion.
Oh my god.
Why was she not?
Yeah.
Like, I would have... This is the storyline I would have gone with for Tamsin Greig being a companion. I'm going to pitch it right now, yeah?
All right.
She's an overworked mother. Her husband makes her do everything, and bish bosh, she meets the doctor, and he offers her a little. He says, "I can take you away for what would feel like a second, and you can have a break."
That's a nice idea.
Because I can get you back to this second, and no one will know you're gone.
Yeah.
Which he can't do because he's obviously.
Well, yeah, he always makes mistakes.
Yeah, but
then if you went down that route, then she's just going to be dropped back into that same world where everyone expects her to be.
No, because she'd be changed.
She would be.
She would have the confidence to go to her husband and say, "No, you can do it." Because,
okay.
Because those adventures build you self-confidence. Oh, I've saved the Doctor. Oh, I've helped him override this computer.
Yeah.
I've nearly died, but I managed to get myself. I've saved myself. Like, it would build her resilience, and it would build her up. And like Russell, if you listen to this podcast, if you take this idea, we have a podcast email. Just drop us an email, and I'll be happy to come onto your writing board.
Okay.
I'll write an episode for you.
That'd be cool.
The Doctor and the Mother.
You might need to workshop the title. No joke, though, actually. Sorry, talking about Russell listening and all that. When I was 14.
Yeah. A long time ago.
Yes, a long time ago. Thank you. Yeah, I made some fan films. I made 2 Doctor Who episodes with 2 of my friends from school. They are not still available online before anyone starts looking for them.
I just roll my eyes.
I don't even have a copy of them anymore. I don't know where they are, where I can find them. But I played the Doctor, obviously, and there were 2 jokes that I put in to these episodes because I wrote them with my friend. 2 jokes I put in that later appeared in the show in the show itself, and I was like, okay, fair enough. Someone's just had the same idea as me, but I secretly I hold in my heart that actually, like, Russell T Davies or like David Tennant or someone had watched my fan film and was like, oh, that's a good joke, we'll put that in. I don't want to spoil them for you if they're coming up, but yeah, one's in series 3 and then one's in the specials. Okay, what else have I got on my notes then? The TARDIS key. When Rose said to Adam, "Here, take the TARDIS key in case you want to go and wait in there," you were like, you were like, absolutely not,
absolutely not.
Yeah, you said you wouldn't just give someone your car key. So
you wouldn't give your car key to a flaming idiot.
Yeah.
He is like the village idiot.
Yeah, but Rose was doing it from a good place. She was trying to be kind.
He's such a knob.
He is. Well, thank God he's gone now.
He's a knoblet.
Do you think we'll ever see him again?
I bloody well hope not.
Okay. Yeah, funny enough, so this episode, I feel it's got quite a classic series vibe. Like, it feels like an episode they would have had in the old series.
What did I say to you?
Well, yeah, but I was like, oh my God. So it started, I put it on, and, it pans past all the news screens, and then you hear the TARDIS materialising.
Yeah.
And you said to me...
Is this an old episode? Because literally it looked like this set looked absolutely god-awful.
What era did you think this was from?
Like, the 1980s.
Yeah, I could see that, actually. Yeah, so you thought it looked like it was from the 80s when it first started.
Yeah, I didn't like the set.
No.
Oh, so much orange. Like,
yeah.
I know it's probably like, let's reflect how hot it is by having it orange.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The freaking, like, rush of the dining hall where all the little plonkers came out.
Like, what, when he was like, Kronkburger with cheese, Kronkburger with cheese, yeah.
And they were like, oh, need to eat my lunch.
What was wrong with that? It's a bit annoying.
No, and it looked really cheaply done. Like that little house, that little hut, that little canteen.
The little burger van thing.
Looked really cheaply done.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that scene.
Okay.
The technology's weird.
Yeah, go on.
Like, I didn't like the little, like, bumhole thing in the head.
I'm sorry.
They look like little anuses. Like, the brains bit look like little muscly anuses.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe. I know it's not. I know it's a brain.
It's the brain, yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, just like...
I hate how I can see what you mean, and now I can't unsee it.
It looks like intestine. If your brain is just open for minutes and you're like, this squiggly light is just going into your squiggly brain.
Yeah.
Infections.
I know. It's a bit disgusting, isn't it?
Dust.
Yeah.
I didn't see one cleaner walking around. I knew the gobshite would get it on his forehead.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did not. You didn't see that coming.
I'm very glad he's gone. I'm very glad he's gone. But literally, how in the world is he going to stop that?
The clicking fingers thing, yeah.
That sound can be emulated by lots of things, like pots clicking shut.
Oh, I think it's specific to fingers. I think it's sensitive enough that it can tell when it's fingers.
But literally, I really don't understand why the doctor did not.
I do remember at the time people thinking that
the doctor was a bit harsh in that one.
Oh, not that. I was just thinking that like leaving him in his own time with that technology in his head was a bad idea.
100%.
You agree?
100%.
Do you want to know something that made me laugh? It always makes me laugh in this episode.
Oh.
You know Suki? So she has this fake identity. And then the editor's like, let's see who you really are. And he plays the video clip of her like at the military training boot camp thing. He's like, oh, hidden behind a genetic graft, but it's still you. Like, what the fuck is a genetic graft? Because literally in the video, it just looks like she's just got her hair tied back. Like, is that a genetic graft? That she looks exactly the same, just with her hair tied back.
Maybe they graft her DNA to make Suki.
What does that mean?
Like, they hid her real self behind a copy of herself.
But what was the point of that?
So that her original identity would not be found. It was... Because everything data.
Oh, I see. I thought it was like like a skin transplant, like a skin graft.
Yeah.
I thought the idea was that her appearance had changed.
Oh. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
I took it as like a genetic graft. They graft her genetics to create the Suki character and hide her real self behind it.
Oh, okay. Because everyone's registered and it was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I feel stupid now then, because I've always found that funny. I thought it was supposed to be like she looks so different, but literally her hair was tied back. But...
Who does she work for? Her original self?
Freedom Fight. I don't know, something like that.
They're the big bad wolf.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I'm going against that. Like he's dropped that in for a reason.
What, the Freedom people?
Yeah. I will say this: it's a bit Star Warsy.
Oh yeah.
Like with the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah, but that's part of the world and that's part of life, and sci-fi reflects the world.
Yeah.
So, like, what did you make of the story of this episode, like, as a metaphor for the media and, like, how we're controlled by them? Because that's the point it's trying to make.
Yeah. It's scary to think that.
Yeah.
And also, like, I believe in scaremongering.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
During COVID, I turned off my notifications.
Yeah. Because
I was being literally bombarded by Google News saying this death, this how many deaths has happened this today. And I was like, do you know what? Like,
I think so the editor said about the right word repeated often enough can destabilize an economy, change a vote. Like, it makes me think of like buzzwords like Brexit and stuff like that. Like, that has such an impact over what actually happens.
Yeah.
The way it's reported and the way everyone like feeds into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the Jagrafess is like Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah. Like, I'm guessing like it comes from like, this type of alien is like a parasite.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of like, a parasite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you've ever seen like a worm with like those spiral teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like a parasitic thing that is controlling the human race. Like, almost how like a zombie parasite will control a wasp.
Yes.
For a while.
Yes.
A bit like that. Like, human races become zombies following this orders of this being. Fucking CGI.
Oh, no, that's, again, a lot of people don't like that one.
It looks like...
Here we go.
It does look bad.
I think it looks a bit like a jelly tot.
A jelly tot?
I think that's the word, isn't it? Let me Google.
A jelly tot is a sweet.
Yeah, I know.
In this country, by the way.
Yeah, no. There's a sweet I'm thinking of, but I wonder if jelly tot's the right one. Let me Google.
Jelly tots are like mini fruit pastels, Stephen.
Yeah, but it's the shape. It's like, yeah, they're that sort of shape. Look like sort of slightly conical. And when it was in the ceiling, like pointing down, that's what it looked like to me. No?
No.
Okay, maybe just me.
It looked like a blob in the sky.
Yeah.
One thing that annoys the fuck out of me at this episode, so I've sworn a lot this episode.
No, that's fine.
The TARDIS allows the Doctor to speak with every alien creature.
Yes. Well, assuming they have a viable language.
The editor can talk to them. So they're the viable language.
Yeah, so you did comment on that when the Jaggerfest was doing all its and the editor was sort of responding to it. You did ask me, you know.
I didn't ask you. I told
well,
you.
Yeah, you just exploded and said, why can't the TARDIS translate it?
Absolutely travesty.
Yeah, the TARDIS translates for Rose and the Doctor and whoever else might be around. But I feel like it's a directorial decision as to whether it's translated for our ears or not.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There are some things in future episodes, like for example, so I won't spoil anything, but when we eventually get a different full-time companion introduced, their first episode, the aliens that she encounters, she can't understand them because she hasn't been in the TARDIS yet.
But that makes sense. But like, absolutely no. We are a companion in a sense.
Yeah, okay.
We should be able to understand. This is cheap. This is cheap.
I don't have an answer for it then. I don't know why.
Yet again, we have a blobly thing in some kind of hole.
Yeah.
We have a blob in a sink.
The blob down the drain.
A blob
and a blob in the ceiling. And a blob in the ceiling. Yeah.
No, in a fucking air vent. Sucking out all the fucking juice.
Do you know what actually I find really funny? Is that
It looks like a fatberg. That's what it looks like.
Yes.
Like this little fatberg that's just stuck in it's like a blockage. And it's like trying to get out and it's like
Yeah, it's what I look like when I try and have a bath.
Oh, Stephen.
Anyway, what I find really funny is I've read that you know the nesting consciousness in the first episode? The kind of noises that it made was voiced by Nicholas Briggs, who also does the Daleks. Right. And apparently he recorded some noises for the Jaggerfest, but they weren't used. They got someone else in instead because apparently they said it sounded too similar to the nesting consciousness. But the biggest joke for me is it still sounds exactly like the nesting consciousness.
Yeah, and it looks like the nesting consciousness with teeth.
Yeah, just like purple instead of orange.
Yeah, purple.
It was purpley grey, wasn't it?
It was like ready, like maroony.
Okay, I'll see it as purple.
Like a bruised blob.
Okay.
A mutated raspberry.
Okay.
With teeth.
A mutated raspberry with teeth. Yeah.
Can you not see it? Oh, and how can that thing exploding kill someone? I didn't understand that.
What do you mean?
Like it exploded and then it killed the man.
The editor?
Yeah. Why
would it not?
I don't understand.
It's huge. It's got a massive metabolism. The doctor said 3,000-year lifespan. It generates a huge amount of heat.
Oh, so it's like a hot explosion.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. So, just quickly round up for me then things you liked about this episode.
I liked the girl with the braids.
Oh, Kathika.
Yeah, she was quite cool.
Yeah.
I can see her...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go on.
I was just saying I can see her being quite a cool companion.
The thing is, though, so she has this arc where, like, you know, she goes up at the end and, like, eavesdrops and the doctor, and then she goes and, like, saves the day.
Yeah.
And it's like the doctor says, oh, she's finally thinking, she's using what she knows. He says that, like, she's finally seen the light and she understands that it's all a big, like, con. But then then you realise, because she goes and sits down in the thing and she says, no, you don't. You should have promoted me years back. And it's like, actually, she didn't understand after all. She still thought she should have been promoted. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the whole promotion thing was just...
Yeah, but she...
To kill
doesn't
people.
She doesn't mean, I think she understood that that there was something controlling the ship.
Mm.
But promotion, she still wants a job promotion.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
always just feels to me like you think she's seen the light, and then you suddenly realise, oh, actually, she doesn't understand.
No, maybe.
I don't know. But she is a good character.
Yeah, she is. Simon Pegg was alright. He's a well respected actor, and Tamsin Gray was good.
No, I think Simon Pegg's.
She was very unsettling.
Yeah, she is. She's quite. She almost is like a bit flirty with him. You know, when she was telling him about the different types of chip, and she's like, "Type 2, you are the computer. Which one's it going to be?" Like really close to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that just reminded me of something.
What?
The wand strikes again.
Oh, the Sonic. What did it do? Oh, giving him
money.
Unlimited credit. Yeah.
Plot device so that he could have the operation, so that then they could have him be the one that is the mole.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, imagine what you could do if you just had unlimited credit, and no consequence. Yeah, Simon Pegg. I wanted to just say, I do agree. I think he elevates this episode for me. I think without his performance, it would be less interesting.
I think it would be much more interesting if he was alien.
Oh right.
He had maybe recognisable, but some let's have some prosthetics. Let's get away from the CGI.
Yeah.
I've seen a picture of the cat nuns.
You have, yeah, that's series 2.
Because I watched your episode.
Not to your TikTok thing, yeah.
TikTok.
Not
and
long till you
that's
get to
great.
this.
That's great. It looks
yeah,
fantastic.
they do look good. But I think for the editor, I think the fact that he's human is part of the story. The fact that he's a human, he's as much of a victim as the rest of everyone, but he's sort of put himself in that position where he's siding with the big boys, you know. Yeah.
That's what banks do.
Well, exactly.
Anyhow.
But yeah, so those are things you liked.
Yeah.
What did you not like? Adam, obviously.
Gobshite. Noblet. I don't know. I don't enjoy his acting. I don't enjoy his acting style. I just think he comes across a bit unlikable.
Yeah.
Where Rose comes across really likable.
Yeah, Rose is.
You want Rose to be successful in her story.
You do.
And like Billie Piper, I really realised that she's actually a very good actress.
She is.
And it's so crazy that she's probably learning how to be an actress on
this job.
TV show.
Yeah.
Well, a TV show on the BBC. Was it a BBC Two show?
Oh no, it was always BBC One.
Oh, okay.
What did you think of the cheesy ending with Adam's mum? Eye roll?
Eye roll. Didn't need her in it.
Okay. Yeah.
What happens if that thing malfunctions and it stays open?
Well, yeah, he'll be fucked.
Brain infections.
Yeah.
He wanted to collect alien technology. He's now part of it.
Well, yeah. But how is he going to explain that to his mum?
He's going to have to say, "Mum, I had experimental
brain surgery.
I was taken by aliens."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I like when he says about, so that's brain surgery, and Tamsin Gregg's like, that's an old-fashioned term, but it's the same thing, yes. Okay, shall we rate it?
Yes.
After you.
2.
A 2. Okay. That means, so you think it's exactly the same level of good as Rose, The End of the World, and Then Quiet Dead? Or do you think it's not as good as those? Because for me, I'm going lower. I'm calling it a 1.
It is not a very good episode.
No, it's my personal weakest of the series.
I think I'll go for 1 as well.
Okay, yeah.
Because thinking about how much I enjoyed and how much I didn't enjoy,
certain episodes
certainly outweighed. If I compare it to last week's episode,
oh yeah,
I'm like,
they're worlds apart.
This is like juvenile, and that one's expert level. So yeah, let's go with 1. 1 sounds like a good...
We're both calling it 1 then.
Yeah. So that is episode.
That's 7 the long game. Yeah.
Of About Time.
Next week, do you want to know what it's called? It seems to be the tradition that I tell you the title.
Okay.
Because, by the way, I don't think we've mentioned this, but we haven't been watching the Next Time trailers. I stopped the episode before the trailer starts, just because I don't want Ben to form too many opinions about an episode before he sees it. But I think just telling him the title is probably enough of a hint.
And I guess.
Yeah, well, I tried not to confirm or deny anything.
Yeah. Okay.
But the next episode is called Father's Day.
Oh my God, are we going to see the Doctor's grandchildren?
Oh.
You're smiling.
Yeah.
Are we going to meet Rose's father?
That would be interesting.
And, maybe he got taken by aliens.
Oh. Maybe.
And they find him and they take him home, and Jackie's like, where have you been? I've been waiting for you for 17 years. You left me with a baby.
Okay.
And then she's like, wow, you're an alien.
Any chance to get more screams in? Okay, so that's your prediction for Father's Day.
Yeah.
It's not really your prediction, is it?
No. The last bit, no. Rose's father could be quite a good one.
Okay. Has her father been mentioned?
No.
He has. Don't you remember in episode 3, Gwyneth said she was talking about her parents being dead, and she said they're waiting for me in paradise, and then she said to Rose, your dad's up there too, probably waiting for you. And Rose was like, who told you he was dead?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So her father is dead. Yeah.
Well,
anyway, we'll wait and see on that one.
That is episode 7.
You don't have any more random Doctor Who questions for me before we finish?
Oh, I do actually.
Yeah.
Considering the TARDIS grows in a garden.
I regret asking now.
Does it have seeds? Can it be produced?
I don't know.
You're going to cut that.
No, because you want to get your little TARDIS growing reference into every episode. Okay. I think we're done.
Is it alive?
Is it alive?
Yeah. Can the TARDIS die?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Where does it get its power from? Does it charge in one of these new electric car ports?
I can't tell
Are they
you that.
connected, so if one dies, the other dies?
What, the Doctor and the TARDIS?
Yeah. Are they like a rite of passage thing where the Doctor grows up to 16 and he's like, oh my God, you're old enough to have a hard TARDIS, here's your TARDIS, here's the key, go on a ride.
That's not
you
how
pass
it
your
works.
TARDIS test,
No.
you can go on a jolly!
Yeah, the Doctor stole the TARDIS.
What's a thief?
I know.
Oh my God, he stole the TARDIS to save himself.
So to save himself from going crazy because he was stuck on a planet with a load of stuffy weirdos. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for listening once again. I really hope you're enjoying the podcast. I guess if you've made it this far, you are. I'm really enjoying the journey and hearing Ben's views on each episode. Particularly last week when he actually really enjoyed the episode. That was a massive win for me. I was like, oh, I feel so pleased. I feel so happy. But yeah, if you want to stay in touch with us, you can find us on social media. Twitter and Instagram at AboutTimecast. We're on TikTok at About Time Podcast. And you can email us at abouttimecast@gmail.com. Please do email, because I love getting questions coming in that I can read out. It could be a question for me, a question for Ben, or just a comment about the episode.
Au revoir. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again then.
Yeah, au revoir.
Au revoir.